monnaie. Monnaie. Monnaie.
I'm so terrible. I do what I want.
Morning, what's going on? You're like, hey man, you didn't do the morning intro. Yeah, well, we got carried away and forgot about it. Yeah, well, you obviously seen we got a boiler from Sweet Millennium Heat. Their yard's always questionable, especially in the winter. And it's always like, I only do like one a year usually, which is super weird, considering everything they unload downhill, which is great for unloading. You don't benefit when you have to load though, because you go in there and you try to get, it's tight and you have to like, and it was kind of angled the other way, so it would have been easier for me to spin around and then nose up to the shop and back in, but I did it the wrong way. And then once you get in there, you're on like a sheet of ice. Hey, you winch it on and you just pray that I get it on straight, because I like to load shit crooked all the time and I have to like pull ahead to readjust, but I think I got her on there pretty good. And they're pretty heavy because they're full of fuel. And you go to step ahead, I fully lock up while I'm winching back to it, and then I'll like get it on there and I'm like, okay, time to step ahead. First attempt, spin. Like, no, because like pretty much 90% of the time when I load there, I gotta like throw on like one side, just enough to get some traction to get going again. But we made it this time, so I'm happy about that. And we're gonna go out here just out by Leslieville and drop this off. Then we're gonna rip to Spruce Grove to Pipe Tech and grab some line crossings. And then we gotta rip to Low Impact in Valley View and grab a Marooka, which is like a track machine for, it's for New Wave. Last year they had a fuel cell on it. So they like cruise around in the bush and fuel up their pumps and stuff. And I'm sure they use it to pull the pumps in too, maybe, because they're just in such an area where you can't drive in with pickup. It'd be like down some cut line to a water source, so they they need this unit. Where I got one at Cypress there. It's like white, it's got tracks. I don't know how to explain what it is, but I remember I went out there and picked it up in the dark. And the biggest problem was that I couldn't find the parking brake. Like, where the fuck is the parking brake? I looked all over forever for it. So I'll make sure they show me, because I've forgotten. And who knows if it's the same one. But the low impact there in Valley View, I'm sure if you've drove through, you've seen it. It's just before you come into town if you're coming from Grand Prairie side. And on the right-hand side, just before it comes down to 70k an hour there. So now I get to check out that other track machine while I'm there. Hopefully I should be able to get there. It should still be daylight. Yeah, I think so. And they got a loading ramp, so I'm gonna put the crossings on the front, which could be bad. I don't know. I do have to scissor down, so it'd be better to scissor down there. The trailer is just jammed with like ice from the past couple of days because it's been warm during the day and then freezing, right? And I've been working all day and I haven't been thawing it out. I wanted to last night I was like, man, I should really wash out the scissor because I'm gonna need a scissor and I won't be able to because it just packs that ice in there and you can't get it to scissor enough. So you get the pin in and then you're there looking like a moron. I could throw some air brake antifreeze on it. I don't know if that'll do it. Pretty sure it won't, but. And yeah, so should maybe grab a Tiger torch this morning at the shop if we had one and melt her off, but. So yeah, that's what we're up against here today. Because when I go to drop off that Marooka, they'll have to unload the line crossings off in front of me. And I'd almost like to have that Marooka right up to the front for traction once I get into the bush. I don't know where I'm going yet. I haven't got the pin drop. I'm sure I'm coming back somewhere, I don't know. Just gonna take a big guess. It's around Cynthia Lodgepole maybe, but we'll find out tomorrow. What's today? Today is charging the phone. Thursday, so yeah. Tomorrow will be Friday. Obviously ain't gonna get it all done in one day, so we'll be sleeping in the truck overnight. I'm starting to notice this thing doesn't get over 150 when it's sitting, but I can't remember. Comment below. Usually never had a problem sleeping in my road train truck in the winter. Like, yes, okay, it does get a little tiny bit chilly. Cypress was alright because I had the bunk heater, so if I wanted to, I'd like blast myself out of there with the bunk heater. I put my sides on. I don't think it's really going to make a difference sleeping overnight. I haven't seen much more than like 190 even pulling this boiler. So yeah. Nothing else is new. Drove the van to work today because we don't have a place to plug in. We're renting bays behind us. It's the truck motel, so a few of us are going to be parking in there because we got too many trucks now to get them all in the shop, plus have like trailers be working on, CVIPs, all that stuff, blowing engines, trannies, diffs. So we're going to put a few of the trucks in the truck motel behind us where TCS is, which is Trout. She used to work at Road Train, which snagged a bay at Road Train, so I'm super jealous. I'm like, damn you. He's probably taking my bay too with the sweet windows. I know he is. I would. I'm like, can I park over there with you? I even asked, and he's like, the owner here at Brawlers, Lee, he's like, it's too far. I'm like, I'll park over there. But anyways, parking at the truck motel, we can leave our vehicles inside. Obviously, there's double doors, so whatever side you back in, that side of the vehicle will be on. And I will be C5, brother. Padernies. Be locking my shit because, well, I know the guys that, well, I don't know them, but I know them through the industry. Like Sharpies is in there with another picker. He's been at it for, I don't even know, decades. I don't know who else is in there. I think there's like a highway hauler tank truck of some sort, but so yeah, Yeah, Tina didn't almost start last night, and it was just as the sun was going down. I cycled the glow plugs 3 times, and it was like, I'm like, oh my lord. Might be time for new glow plugs. 280,000 K. I have put new glow plugs in it once for the mother-in-law, about halfway point. They're only like 40 bucks a pop, so they're not super expensive. I should do that. But anyways, gotta park the hatchback, park the diesel, register the pickup. Drove the van this morning because I wanted to make sure I was not freeze my ass off. And you know what turns out? I've talked about this before because I bought the thermostat, I bought this resistor for the fans because it was overheating in the summer. So I'm trying things, and then the wife was like, no, it seems to be fine now. Drove it this morning, it didn't get a like first quarter of warm, so it didn't get up the middle where operating temperature, and I was just like, okay, it's kind of warm. It's just like driving Tina. I'm like, it doesn't. Tina never gets out of like 70 degrees on the engine, and even I drive around at 2,000 RPM, leaving it in a lower gear all the time. I'm like, God damn it. If I drove it on the highway, it would get hot, but it's in town driving. We're the pickup, got that massive 4.7 liter V8 in the Ram, hot. And I'm like, yes, tired of freezing. Drive to work freezing, start the truck freezing, drive to where I'm loading, not hot, but warm. Load, freezing again. And it's not until you get going down the road when you're actually loaded where I'm like, okay, I'm actually warm. But anyways, that's enough BSing. unlucky day. I was unloading that boiler. Maybe even might be able to see it in the video. I'll point it out, obviously, but I was unloading. And I seen this air shoot out from underneath the tire through this mirror, which is like, I had the airbags dumped, and the only thing that was up with this was the rolls, and I was like, huh. And I'm like, there's no way I just blew an airbag because they're deflated. And started walking around checking the tires, and yeah, passenger side, middle, inside. I'm like, God damn it. In a day when you don't need it the most is the day you get it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I'm already screwed to get there by 5. I went to the Cal Tire in Eckville. They're like, yeah, it's a 2-hour wait, and they don't even have. I'm like, you guys don't even have a place for a truck to pull in here. So this is kind of the closest. I could push on, but it's not off the beat. I'm light. I'd rather get it fixed here so then I can get a retorque in White Court instead of go to White Court, and then if I'm sure there is another one along the way, but due to the time frame, they'll be closed at like 5 or 6 or whatever, so better to get it done sooner so I can get that retorque and then carry on my merry way. I just gotta work later now. Yeah, 4 hours to get a tire change, which it turns out it wasn't the tire, it was the rim. Bent the rim, insert picture here. That's pretty sweet T800. Yeah, so you seen how much I was jiggling around there, probably pulling on lease. I was literally in second in low, just kind of, well, crawling in to get it in there spotted, and it was fine, right? Like I got it unloaded, put it on the ground, and then they're all just looking at me like, I get it, I'm like, what? I'm like, it's like, this where you leave it? I'm like, is this where you want it? You said unload it right here. Because I noticed you had a couple planks weren't under it yet. I'm just like, well, normally people will slide the planks on underneath. Well, I'm like, I'll stop at the roll. I stopped at the roll so you can put the boards under, and it's just standing there looking at me. I'm like, okay, well, it must be good. Put it down. Put it down, get out. Oh, I thought you were gonna pull it ahead. I'm like, am I fucking reading minds? I love when people just know what you, yeah, he knows exactly what I want. I'll just stand here and look at him. But anyways, and then in the process of sucking it back up and then winching back out from it again, because I seen the dust shoot out from underneath the tire, I'm like, or underneath the trailer right in the middle, I was like, oh, piss. And then, yeah, I thought I just maybe punctured, I'm like, I don't know how I could puncture the tire, but the boiler was so goddamn heavy, it probably should have been on something else, but it had the air dumped in the suspension, and so maybe that there was probably a pretty good chunk of a hump there, and that one tire just took all that brunt of that weight of that boiler, and then yeah. NFG rim, I got it on the trailer. They're like, well, usually you could just hammer them back straight. I'm like, they don't even ask you. They just fucking come in, here's your paperwork, sign it. Like, half the time they're just like, oh, I thought that guy had one stack, but it's a Peterbilt that only comes out the drive side. Rolling some coal. And they come back in and they're just like, yeah, we put 2 new tires. I'm like, I just had one flat. You think we want to buy 2 new tires? It's like half the job gone. Wasting money. Everybody's driving like a complete noodle here. You guys are all empty. Why are you doing fucking 80? I'm pretty much empty. So anyways, yeah, bent rim. It's like I'm like, it's kind of weird that it punctured a tire. I didn't look around where I pulled out from, but because it was under the boiler. So that sucked. That took like 4 hours. It was like 12:40 by the time I left Spruce Grove there. Jeez Louise. And then right after that, yeah, well, it's 4:30 now. Kind of my favorite section of Highway 16 there is like slow as molasses. Everybody in the way, everybody's driving slow. You got one heavy guy, DOT, police officer, sheriff. I'm not going fast. Well, I'm doing 80. I think it's only 60 here, but I'm in a rush now. Go real fast. Ooh. Maybe he's looking at that guy, but he's probably got a $180 AG permit where he can do pretty much anything. Alright, well, we got a haul ass, gonna load in the dark now and cold, and stop in Whitecourt, get a retorque, yada yada yada. Guy wishes he had the crossings on the front now that I know where I'm going. That I could just backed up to the loading ramp. Whoop. There's my bent rim. Ever so slightly right there. Like, you could have hammered that out, you guys. Come on now. Never been in here before. I came in the front and like, well, I don't see a loading dock, but it looks like it could have just went through. Maybe out here. I was thinking about doing some cool maneuver, 90-degree loading on the front, but I was like, better not. It might be too high anyway. It's like, keys are in the battery box. I'm like, I don't know where the battery box is. Oh, that's locked, that's locked. That's locked too. Is that a push button? No. Oh, if I were batteries, where would I be? If I were batteries, where would I be? Not in the cab filter. Oh, I should have asked them that question too. This looks like a battery box. Next thing you know is they didn't leave them. Here, I don't... God damn it. Maybe... What should you do first? Check the ignition? Probably should have. Definitely not there. Is there another one on top? I can't get my hands up there. There's definitely not one up there. God damn it. This is the shit that makes you like, okay, I'd like to make this. It's in the battery box. Totally was in the battery box. Well, you need to turn on the batteries. Son of a bitch. Where? Oh. I see. How am I supposed to get to that? Oh. Huh. Good thing I got little girl fingers. I guess I could have used the key. Unlocked that door and opened it, but... These things are pretty cool, actually. Oh, that's not the tilt. What's the tilt? Brah? Got some tilt. Am I inexperienced and...
Let's not lose our cool. Then we're no better than the machine.
It's not an emergency stop. You guys are fooled. If I had too much money and I didn't know what to do with it, I'd buy one of these. Actually, I take that back. Well, okay, I'd buy one of these too, but I would buy a DT30. It's like the supersized version of those. I don't know if you guys seen the video. I did one a long time ago. A little bit harder to back on, but... There's lots of gravel on the road right now. Well, sand, gravel, pea gravel, all that shit they put on there because it's been icy, right? So better off to load her the other way. Driver on! Save a window. Maybe break a mirror? I don't know. Going up. Fucking smooth. Smooth, brah. Get your low impact videos only here on Time Lapse Trucker. Getting low impact on my trailer right now, so that's nice. I'm not wrecking anything, so this might be my new favorite. How far? Whoa, that's way too far. Well, that was fun. Wish I could spend more time on it. Yeah, let's do that. That's even safer. And the doors won't come open the wrong way and smash anything. So that's as good too. Did I tell you guys like a while ago? Whoa, I hauled that Kelnash loader. And I closed, it was the passenger window and I closed it. It must not have latched all the way, but it flew open while I was driving out to location. I got their floater loader, broke the window. It's like, oh, I guess you didn't close the window. I'm like, damn right I closed the window. I'm not gonna say it, but maybe the latch is worn out in some form. And that's why it opened, but next time, if there's a next time, it'll be a bungee cord for sure. I could just barely see the action in the video, but I had the loader lights on, so I couldn't see. Now I have 100% proof I did my due diligence. Morning all. Slept in a little bit. Doesn't matter. Said show up there mid-morning, so anytime before noon. Got in here like 10 o'clock last night, shut her down. Had a good sleep. Minus the air leak. I got a leak. Didn't keep me awake too much, but gotta find it, because that's annoying. And I hate parking by other people too, and it's like, it's kind of irritating for me and everybody else. There wasn't really anybody beside me though. I parked down by the hotel just as I came into town on the north end. Nova. So now we gotta go to East Chambers, West Rocky, and drop this stuff off. And then we gotta go to Three Hills and move some stuff there. Location moves some panel skids. Panel skids. Looking at this, and it's like almost the same as a cat
Just
key.
a deer, 3 deer, yeah. This fucking first one went. Looks like the other one's like, yep, good. Second one goes, oh, and then the third one, from my perspective, looks like just about got him.
Only one way to find out. Fire up so it's kind of warm. -8 cold start on the fucking Panther. Maybe do a -8 cold piss too. Yep. Cat key fucking works. Good to know. heat up in this bitch. Just like a champ. Let's get some heat.
take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
See if we can make this hill.
Empty tube on the chamber. I got your pickup loaded over here.
Big dirt. Man, what an excellent service Brawler provides to the oil field. Just made that hill like 10 times better for everyone else.
Talk to the gas station. Doesn't need to be taken.
It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage. Born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch.
Uma ameaça foi detectada. Uma ameaça foi detectada.